Alright, so today we're going to see what happens when we combine vertical and phase shift, and then we're going to combine everything. So what happens with amplitude, period change, with vertical changes and phase shifts and reflections and all sorts of things. So we're almost done with learning new things in terms of sine and cosine. Now, when I look at this, I want to start with my easiest one. I look at this positive 2 and I think, oh, hey, this means that I'm going to go up a distance of 2. Whatever's on your outside of your function is your vertical shift. So plus 2 means I'm going to go up 2. Down 2 would mean I go down 2. However, on the inside of the function, remember, because our formula is x minus h, our minus sign acts as opposite of what we would think. So because it's minus h, if I have minus a pi over 2, this is actually saying, hey, I'm going to go to the right pi over 2. If I had a plus pi over 2, I would go to the left pi over 2. So the minus sign in our formula tends to flip this sign and show us the direction we're going to go is actually in the positive direction, so positive or to the right, pi over 2. So here we're going to say right pi over 2, and that's because it is the opposite of this sign. Now, where do we start? So let's go ahead and start with our up and down, meaning our midline is going to change. So because our midline is going to shift up a distance of 2, instead of being at the x-axis, our midline is now going to be here at 2. And so I would draw a dotted line and I would write that, hey, this is my midline. Now, our amplitude is 1, because that's a 1 sign. So I would draw a dotted line at our maximum value and a dotted line for our minimum value. And that just makes it easier that when you go and try to plot all of our points are going to land either on minimum, the midline, or the maximum. It's never going to land anywhere other than that. Then let's take a look at this right pi over 2. So here's how I would think about it. Where does my sine function normally start? Well, my sine function normally starts at the midline. So we normally start here at our x-axis, but because we shifted up 2, my sine function always starts at the midline. Now, I need to shift that sine function to the right a distance of pi over 2. In our case, that's just 1 tick mark. So instead of starting here at the midline at 0, I'm going to shift to the right to our first tick mark at pi over 2. So we're still starting at the midline, but because I shifted that point to the right, we're actually going to start at pi over 2. From there, I'm going to then follow our pattern. Sine starts at the midline and it goes up. So if I shift it over to the right, I'm going to start at my midline and I'm going to go up for my next tick mark. So maximum, midline, minimum, and as I work my way around, maximum, midline, minimum, midline, maximum, midline, minimum. So when I connect these with a line, that is what I should get. And so this is the sine function that has been shifted up a distance of 2, but also shifted to the right a distance of 1 tick mark, or in this case, pi over 2.